Mike Tyson once said, everybody's got a plan until you get punched in the face. See, what really matters is how you respond once you get punched in the face. When you get knocked down, when you fall off the horse, what do you do to get back up? Because every one of us is gonna have a down day. Every single one of us is gonna have that time when we don't think we can keep going. But the real question is, how do you pick yourself up? How do you pull yourself out of that slump? And how do you get moving again? So this is by far one of the biggest questions that I get asked by everybody who's starting out in the entrepreneurial world, because as you're starting off as an entrepreneur, just like if you were a first-time boxer, you're gonna get hit in the face more than you really want to be hit in the face, right? So when you're first starting off as an entrepreneur, you're failing constantly, you're breaking things because you're trying something that's new. And as you're trying something that's new, you don't have a lot of the skill sets to help you be successful. So when you're first getting in the ring and when you're first starting off as an entrepreneur, you need to realize you're gonna take a lot of punches. But as you take those punches, you can start to learn how to get back up and keep going. So how do you do that as a starting entrepreneur? How do you pick yourself up? How do you keep going, especially on the days that you feel like you're down and you're out and all you wanna do is give up? So the first thing that I want you to understand is I've been there. It might not look like it right now, but I've been through it all. There's been times when I've been down and out, on my back in the middle of the ring, ready to give up everything. It might not look like it, but every single 7-figure, 8-figure, 9-figure entrepreneur has been there. And I want you to realize that, because it's the difference between the ones that are down and out on their back and the ones that don't give up, get back up and get back in the ring, that get them where they want to go. I've been there. 6 months after starting my business, 6 months after quitting my job, starting my coaching business, I had a decently successful 6-figure business at that point, and my best friend took his own life. I wanted to quit. I wanted to give up. I didn't want to get out of bed in the morning. Every single entrepreneur will go through ups and downs, but you need to realize it's how you carry yourself and how you pull yourself out of that slump that really helps you get to that next level. And when I teach my clients how to pull themselves out of their slump, how to get back up after they get punched in the face, it always involves two things. The first part, number one, is what we call the immediate pickup. How do you get yourself out of a slump immediately? There's certain things that we call reset buttons that allow you to get back up. It pulls you up, it gets that drive going again. It's instantaneous. It can take you from, if you're down and out, if you're at a 0 or a 1, it can take you from a 0 or a 1 all the way back up to a 6, 7, 8, or 9 to get you moving again. And you need to find what those reset buttons are for you. It might be remembering your why. It might be that deep drive around why you're doing this to begin with. It might be your family, the ones that you're looking to provide for. It might be your mission. It might just be music. It might be a song. It might be R. Kelly or Michael Jackson. It might be a song that you listen to that song for 3 straight minutes and it pulls you out of your slump. You need to find that thing that resets your mind, that resets your energy, so that when you go through the tough times, maybe if you're doing your own sales, you get a no. Maybe you have a difficult client situation that you're going through. Maybe you have a whole month of just all the things piling up one after another. What do you need to do to pull yourself out of that slump? Stand up, shoulders back, big deep breath, let it out, so that you can start to move forward. You need the instantaneous slump busters. Maybe it's hitting the gym. Maybe it's hitting the bag. Find that one thing that can pull you out of the slump, because there's always these instantaneous slump busters that can pull you out of things immediately. Now, those will help you. The truth is, they won't get you all the way. They won't help you finish the marathon. You can only get back up after being punched in the face so many times and still have the wherewithal to keep going. What you really need to do is you need to work on your long-term stamina as a boxer, your long-term ability to continue to take punches, your hard-headedness to not go down to begin with. And what that means to me is working on your skill set to take a punch, right? The way that we do that is we start to work on your character and your inner self-worth. The way I like to explain this to everybody is imagine that every punch you take takes 1 point of your self-worth away. Imagine that every punch you take takes 1 point of your self-worth away, your confidence away. Now, if you have a self-worth level of 10, you get a handful of punches, boom, 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 boom. You're out on your ass real quick. But if you have a self-worth level of 100, you can take punch after punch after punch and keep going. So how do you start to build that self-worth, that self-confidence? It's a daily practice, it's a daily routine to realize that every punch you're gonna take can't knock you down. We do things with our clients like brag books and gratitude journals to help build their self-worth. Every day, my clients write out 10 things that they're grateful for, 10 things in their life that they're grateful for, 10 things that they love about themselves, 10 things to brag about and celebrate every single day. We're programmed from a young age not to brag about ourselves. When you're young, you brag about yourself, and what do your parents tell you to do? They say, stop talking about yourself. Stop bragging about yourself. Nobody wants to be friends with somebody who's bragging. Well, if you're not gonna brag about yourself, who will, right? My mom is great at bragging about me, but she's nowhere to be found right now. And to be honest, as much as I love my mom, I don't want her in my house all the time. So who's gonna brag about me? I've gotta brag about me. You need to brag about yourself to start to build that self-confidence back up. And if every day you're building your self-confidence, getting out of your comfort zone, getting small wins, bragging about the things that you need to celebrate about, waking up to a 5 a.m. alarm, making an awesome omelet, having a great and difficult conversation with your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband or wife, having that difficult conversation with somebody at work, doing something that you thought would be impossible, but doing it anyways. Making a big ask. Every time that you get out of your comfort zone and you do something new, you build your self-confidence. And as you build that self-confidence to 20, 30, 40, 50, 100, every blow that you get doesn't affect you so much. If you've got a self-worth rating of 100, you could take 20 punches to the face and it's not gonna knock you down. You could take 30 punches to the face and it's not gonna knock you down. You'll keep going because you've built the self-worth, you've built the stamina to be able to take a few punches and keep moving. One of my favorite things that one of my mentors once told me, he said, Zander, the size of your business is not gonna be dictated by how smart you are, how intelligent you are, or how hardworking you are. The size of your business is gonna be dictated by the storm that you can weather. In other words, the size of your business is gonna be dictated by the amount of punches you can take and not have it knock you out of the fight. So remember, you didn't sign up for easy, you signed up for impact.